Tremendous to have your company, folks. 3 fabulous days of action-packed Australian Police Rugby League coming your way. This is the Tri-Series of 2023, proudly hosted by the Queensland Police Rugby League Association. As always, in the broadcast box, we're back for the second clash, aren't we, Silky? This is going to be a ripper.
We're back into it, Pete. Welcome back, everybody. Game 2. We'll see the mighty Queensland Police Maroons men's team take on New South Wales. In what is, I'm predicting it to be an absolute cracking game here, Pete, and I think it's going to be, the conditions here have changed slightly, a bit of a shadow coming across the field. The wind's picked up slightly as well. I've had to throw a bit of a rug on to keep myself warm, but just as I look over the field, Jumbo, you hear me down there? You on yet, mate? Or?
Yeah, g'day, boys. Thanks for having me back for the second game.
Mate, as I look over the field here, I'm just seeing patches of grass. I recall seeing you maybe play on previously. Is there a memory or two?
I'm glad you mentioned it, Silky. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this field, actually. Played a bit of junior footy here at Burleigh Bears. Signed over from the Narang Roosters for a...
what was the fee? What
well, it was a bucket of hot chips and a Coke each game was supposed to be what happened.
Yeah, that's value.
It only happened on the odd occasion. And, look, I'd like to probably cash in today and get a few back, if they don't mind. Maybe I grab them in the second half.
We'll find you at all-you-can-eat buffet, I reckon, down there later on.
Hey, boys, what a good afternoon. It's about... temperature has dropped. The girls were playing, it was about 22 degrees, but it's about 19 at the moment, so sun's still out, but, I'm sure these boys will work up a sweat. And no breeze at the moment, which, has changed in the last couple of hours. So, going to be a cracking afternoon of footy, and I'm looking forward to keeping you all informed with what's happening down here on the sideline.
And Jumbo, what about the crowd that have come here today? Congratulations to everybody that have come through the turnstile. They've done tremendously well, haven't they, the fans?
They have, Pete. There's some reunions going on. We've got some of the Australian sides that have toured the UK in the past, and there's a World Cup reunion here. So, it's great to see the police family come together, and specifically the police rugby league family. We've got kickoff, boys, so we'll tell those stories later.
Let's get into it. As Queensland, look at the bring back off the back fence.
Scanlon.
Wow.
Bang.
Setting the tone early on here, Silky.
Good signs there. Scanlon really taking it under his wing there.
Now look at this. They're trying to bust New South Wales through the middle from the get-go. Running straight there into Patterson. First penalty in the first set of 6. They're going to shoot this in the touch and go on the attack up around the halfway line.
Yeah, Jake Cole getting some valuable metres there on the back of that kick. And look to Queensland here. They'll really try and dominate some field position. And like in the first game, we saw New South Wales girls build pressure, turn pressure into points.
Hey, boys, just that fullback there for Queensland, Jake Carl, just kicked it into touch there on the penalty. Familiar territory for Jake as well. He debuted for the Burleigh Bears here in Q Cup and scored a treble on debut. So he will not be unfamiliar with Pizzey Park this afternoon.
So what an ideal start here for Queensland to dummy their way inside the 10-metre line. Look at the big back line spread to the left-hand side. It's just a matter of putting it through. Good tackle by the Blues. Right on the halfway, on the in-goal area, I should say. Wes O'Sullivan works to the right. Now it's been an intercept. It's on the ground, and New South Wales pick it up here and turn defence into attack 10 metres out for their own goal line. Now here's a penalty.
Great pick up there by Wagner. He's done really well there on the wing with some immense pressure coming in there from Queensland. And a very handy penalty to get New South Wales out of their own half.
Well, Queensland put it on the toe. O'Keefe, he wanted it to go to the in goal, but just didn't quite go that way. And Jumbo, New South Wales have the ball now up around halfway. Yeah, no, it's a bit of a momentum swing there. But, the Queenslanders went down last year, boys. I'm pretty sure you're aware. So looking for a bit of a return serve here and trying it up. We got a mistake there, which is good. That's big Scanlon. Jeez, he's a monster of a man. Wearing the 13 today. I don't think he's ever played lock in his life. Boys, I think he started in the front row. And it's purely just an ego jersey, that one. The 13 for him, one for the cupboard. And what about his number 8? In Andrew Dunkley, is it?
Oh, yeah, great start for Dunkley.
Boys, he's a monster. He's very hard to tackle.
The man from Mackay.
Yeah, no, he's been around police footy a long time now, and he's caused a few nightmares for some of these Blues. He plays for Australia as well. The big fella. He probably he does a lot. He probably wears the Humphrey Big Bear suit sometimes. He's that busy, but Dunkley.
It'll be up there with one of the biggest in the forward pack that the game of rugby league may have ever seen. Silky's up there with the best, isn't he?
He's a giant. He's an absolute giant.
So Sullivan.
Here he goes again.
Yeah, you won't be able to miss him.
I think Jumbo hit the nail on the head. They expect a mountain of work out of him today, and alongside with Scanlon, they're going to be chewing up metres.
So this is where they continue to rip and chew. As you mentioned there, the dummy half is absolutely pivotal to the success. So Sullivan will get to his feet and play the ball. Helsinger wants it. He's got it now with the football. Puts it onto the toe. The chasers are coming through.
Yes.
Great bounce for Queensland. And they've scored the first try. Or has he?
What a great try-saving tackle there.
Well, it was Blackman.
I think we'll have to get some Shaka's lawyers onto this to review the put down.
Boys, can you hear me up there? I don't disagree with that. Like, I know I'm one-eyed and I'm a Queenslander, but he's caught that and scored that. That's unlucky there for the Queenslanders. Jesus, be given that 4 points.
Joe and Blackman, we thought he got it down. The boy from Caboolture.
Yeah, very unlucky there, Blackman. He should have probably should have been awarded that one, but luckily we don't hold grudges here in Queensland.
Silky, is it the celebration? Maybe he didn't really get enough into it.
No, he probably needed to celebrate a bit more like the Queensland women did when they thought they might have crossed.
There's no replays and there's no bunker here, so yeah, I think he might have learned a lesson there that a little bit more excitement might get him across the line with the referee next time.
Let's look for the kick. It's inside the 40. He's angling it towards the 20-metre zone. Hargreaves. Constable Hargreaves. Currently up at Bundaberg. Play for the Wide Bay Whales as well. So he knows what big-time rugby league is all about.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player, Peter, that's for sure.
He played for the Bush Rats, of course, in his junior footy. What a name, Bush Rats. Don't you love that? Don't we have some great club names in the game of rugby league? The Bush Rats. Oh, it's up there.
Oh, it's only second to the Augathella Meat Ants.
Yeah,
I think they take the cake with the best name going around, the old Meat Ants.
So there's the kick. It's going to fall for anybody. It's going to fall for Queensland here. Could be play on. Was it touched? It's a knock on.
Great start here from Queensland.
Oh, Jumbo, great intensity down on the touchline.
Oh, boys, it's electric down here. We got a big crowd in. There's lots of family and friends of the players and a lot of work colleagues, and there's kids kicking footies. It's just a super afternoon of footy, and yeah, why wouldn't you be here? And yeah, I mean, great leagues club, fellas. I don't know whether you've been enjoying the facilities as much as I have, but Carl Beer and yeah, that's some nice tucker there. But Queensland on the attack here.
Yeah, they come down that short side, right in front of where Jumbo is right now. Hargreaves gives it across field. Look at this defence. Still offloaded out the back. Scanlon looking around, taken down here. He's lost it though. Dear oh dear, Queensland. But what about that from the Blues?
Could prove to be a costly mistake there from Scanlon. Very unfortunate. He started very well. He's been extremely good, but just unable to hold his lollies there.
And of course our referee for this one is Police Officer Ben Watts.
Yeah, Wattsy out there adjudicating today's play, so expect a good call from him today. I think he's pretty fair, and he probably won't buy into any attempts at selling tries that might not be tries.
Now the ball's on the ground here, boys. Now this could well go back to Queensland. In fact, it does. Let's get out of the touchline. Jumbo, another opportunity now for the Maroons.
Yeah, boys, just when you talk about the referee there, I did have a chat to him, Silky, and we just talked about that's a home game for Queensland. We've got a big crowd here. A lot of people don't want to be disappointed. So I just sort of put a bit of pressure on him that should be Queensland's day. So I don't think that's match fixing or anything. I was just telling him how it is and what we'd really like to see this afternoon, Silky.
Yeah, mate, I don't know if he'll buy that. Like you could sell ice to a Eskimo, but I just don't know if the ref today's buying.
Yeah, well, we didn't finish on the best of terms. I did speak to him about wearing pink, but he just said it was a uniform that was supplied. But anyway, we might make up at halftime.
So Williams here from Queensland trying to drive the centre three-quarter in Peter Pekoki over the touchline. Did well there, New South Wales, to come away from the sideline. Good start to this one. Here's Patterson from the Central Coast. We've seen him play in the New South Wales Cup over many years. Oh, there's a collision at the back. Blinko. Well, he never ended up taking his eyes off the footy, did he?
No, and for a moment there I thought the ref might not call that knock-on. There was definite knock-on there. He's lost the possession and was into the fullback there of Hargraves, obviously constituting a knock-on, but...
Incredible. Never ended up taking his eyes off the ball, but what about the impact on the fullback?
The boys are here to play.
Oh, yeah, it's game on here, folks, at Pizzey Park. Let us know. Hit us up on Facebook Live. O'Keefe. Played a bit for the winner Manly Seagulls and also the Sunshine Coast Falcons. Always looking for the footy. Hargraves, there he is. Dishes it up. The 5'8" in Carl. Offloads it. That's where we are, right on the 40. Looks like Jumbo's turned the lights on here too.
Oh, he has too. Look at that.
Yeah.
When did you get access to the light panel there, Jumbo?
Yeah, boys, I got access to the lights. I also organised a drinks package as well down here on the sideline. Just told them I was with the committee, and it's a nice gesture for them to believe me, and just enjoying a frosty beverage as we watch. Been's a bit of a scrappy start, boys. A few penalties and a bit of drop ball. No one's really getting into the grind.
And a bit of lip there from New South Wales, Peter, by the look of it, might have run us a second penalty.
Yeah, so they're winding up now and charging off the back fence. Here's Dunkley straight through the middle. What a great run by the big prop.
Making metres.
Doesn't come much better now for Queensland. Fresh set of 6. Searching for first point on the Crimsafe scoreboard. Helsinger, what a shot!
Whack.
The biggest tackle of the tournament.
Whack from Picotti.
Underneath the rib cage and hit him with everything.
Oh, beautifully timed tackle there.
Hit by a big Matt truck. So it's still on here, looking for points. Taken down here, 5 metres out. Last tackle now. They want the ball to go to the right. They go that way. There's the try. First one for Queensland. It was coming. And I think you'll find over there, is that Cameron Squires?
I think Squires is out on that right edge there, Peter.
Yeah, boys, you're off the mark there. That's Jake Carl, the 6.
There you go.
He's found himself a nice little spot out there on the wing. And
what's he hiding out there for, Jumbo?
Yeah, well, that's not where he's supposed to be. But anyway, maybe he's wrapped around. That might be the way he'll describe it.
Could have been a set play.
You don't see many number 6s out on the wing, but hey, Queensland will take that.
Absolutely. And again, on the back of some good pressure there, penalty given away by New South Wales initially for a knock-on. That rolled into a bit of lip towards the refs, and the refs, he wasn't copping that, so he awarded another penalty. More pressure, and pressure breeds points. Queensland 4-0 on the Crimsafe scoreboard.
Well, they could have easily went left. They were calling for the ball out here, weren't they? Blackman wanted it, but they went away from him. They went to the right, back their own ability, and bingo. First try, 5 minutes gone. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Queensland Jumbo as we go down to the sideline, thanks to our good mates at Strutties.
Yeah, the boys at Strutties have put us up today, making the sideline comments happen. But, mate, that's just a big run there from Dunkley, and backed up there with some nice metres from Scanlon. The big fellas for Queensland are really pushing their way into the Blues line here. And, some crafty work out the back there by Jake Carl. And looks like he's probably a chance of converting his own try there. No, he's gone to the side. But, boys, it's a good atmosphere down here. The Queensland at the bench, they're looking to make some changes here, get some fresh legs out there. But, that'll put a bit of wind in their sails.
And Jumbo,
13 minutes in.
Casting our eyes over the team list prior to kick-off, it definitely looked like New South Wales had, on paper, a stronger team. But, again, Queensland proving that paper is not what you play with. You've got to play with your heart on your sleeve.
Silky, it's Origin, mate. Doesn't matter who you pick. Like, any Queenslander will do the job.
Exactly right.
But, these Blues are going to have to step up here. Yeah, they do have a flash side on paper, but, You tell a Queenslander that he's no better than a blue, and he won't believe you for a minute in the day, mate.
So the Queenslanders, look at this. This is brilliant rugby league tackling. The philosophy of the hits. It's up there with the best you'll ever see. As the guys were saying, mates against mates, it is that origin sort of rivalry. As we see now, the ball comes back away this time to their lock number 9 in Troy O'Sullivan. The Southeast Muddies inside 40. There goes the kick. It's gone away there from Peacock. He's looking up at the brick wall of defence, and Queensland wrestle him into the ground right on his own 20. Was there a knock on there? Yes, there was.
Another opportunity here for Queensland with some more pressure.
Yeah.
And just their intensity from the start, Queensland, has just been so impressive. They've really come out of the gates. They're here to play footy. And they're not going to let New South Wales off without a fight.
Well, just cast an eye over the scrum for Queensland. I mean, you know, the average forward is probably hitting 100 plus kgs easily. They're huge bodies,
absolutely, absolutely. With Sullivan and Dunkley up there, like they're two big men, and I am so glad I'm not out there running at those blokes today, or have them running at me.
Hey boys, we just got a change there for Queensland. Kajewski's come off. I think he's pinched a nerve in his shoulder. So we've seen a forced change. He normally plays pretty big minutes. So we'll see how he goes. Hopefully it's just a temporary stinger and he can get over that and get out there and whack a few more of those blues.
So just under 15 minutes remaining. 30-minute halves, of course, for the men. 25 for the ladies. This will help New South Wales get over the half, Jumbo, into Queensland's territory.
Yeah, well, these penalties, that's not the agreement I had with the ref when we had a yarn earlier. The arm was supposed to be pointing in the other direction. He needs to swing at 180 and start giving Queensland the rub of the green. But, yeah, look, the Blues here, they will mount pressure. They know how to play football. There's a lot of experience. I think this Blue side... As players play quite regularly, playing week in, week out footy, which is in the past in these Origin games, Pete, that's been the secret to success, either for Queensland or New South Wales. It's the boys playing football all the time because you can't just show up and try and play an Origin on the back of 1 or 2 games a year.
So the Crimsafe weather wall sitting on 17 degrees, but New South Wales a chance now to shine. Field offloads at good structure. Well, they were looking around for the winger and the centre 3/4, but in doing so, they've lost the football. Now, Queensland are asking the question. So it should be a Queensland scrum, I think, here, Silky.
Excellent, yeah, yes, excellent call there from Ben, coming from a one-eyed Queensland commentator. No, I think he's got that right there. There was a one-on-one, like he said, and I think you see in the replay there that it's then knocked on by New South Wales.
So the Queenslanders coming off their own goal line. Let's get another touchline. Jumbo, any movement on the touchline?
Oh, boys, I'd just recap on the fact that these, not only is this an Origin, which, you know, you shouldn't need much getting up for, but these boys are playing for jerseys in the Australian team here in this tri-series over the 3 days, so they only got 2 games to prove yourself, and so a lot on the line here. So not only is it just for an Origin win and Origin shield, there's also some green and gold jumpers on the line for these players.
So just outside the 40, good kick by Carl, splitting the fullback and the winger.
Fantastic kick.
It was a great kick under pressure, and the chase is even better.
Yeah, just a wall of maroon there. Wall and Maroon meeting Peacock as he Wagner as he returns that ball. Just shows you the intensity. Queensland have got it. They're definitely dominating field possession, and at the moment their tails are up.
So they run there into Helsinger. Current station, of course, is up Goodner. Play for the Mount Isa Mongrels as New South Wales go past the halfway line, distributing the footy. That's Johns with the football. He beat one. Can't get rid of Pearce. Southeast Muddies. There goes the kick along the carpet.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, there's a mistake at the back. Oh, dear. Jumbo, what's happening down there?
Oh, look, not ideal. I mean, we all make mistakes, but yeah, geez, that could be a costly one, 10 metres out. That's going to put the Maroons under some pressure here. But we're Queenslanders. We don't mind a bit of pressure, and we can defend our line. So I think the boys just dig in here, and we'll keep the ball rolling forward. Boys, I don't know how you're seeing it, but the size of some of these New South Wales bench players that they've got to come is a bit of a concern. I don't know if you've been able to... Oh, no, that's easy.
Oh, too easy. I think you'll find it was Matty Johnston going from the scrum. Well, the scrum packed down, fellas. 10 metres out from
on the dot. Yep.
The Queensland line, and all of a sudden, Queensland fell off. Look at that beautiful dummy, and over he went.
Yeah, well, that'll level it up, boys. That Matty Johnson there, he's no stranger to police rugby league. He's been around a very long time, and he's a very smart footballer. And if Queensland don't keep an eye on him, he could cause some real dramas this afternoon.
He's been on the small screen as well over the years, Matty Johnson. He was a rookie on one of the Bachelor shows years ago, I got told.
Righto.
Yeah.
Well, you've done your research there, Pete.
Mate, I'll tell you what, Jumbo, he's an ex-Dapto first grader as well. So he could be, one of the lovers from the Wollongong region, which we may not have known before today's clash.
Well, yeah, I'd expect that the boys in his team are aware of all this, but if they aren't, geez, that's something you could really work with in camp, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, he's also been in camp, Jumbo, with the Australian Police, obviously representative, but he's also the current New South Wales Police Player of the Year.
There was a bit of pressure on him to perform then.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of this. I might yell out a few things there and just see if I can get him off his game, because that was a very smart piece of play, and look, if we don't shut him down, it could cause some big problems for Queensland.
See, Silky, these are the things we learn, don't we, when we always come together and for the Tri-Nations series, things that we may not have known come to life.
Oh, absolutely. And this is such a good thing about getting police footy going and players all together. You learn about each other, you find out things, and look, I'd be disappointed if New South Wales weren't giving him a hard time about being on was it The Bachelor?
One of the TV shows.
They should be ripping into him about that. And I think Queensland, Jumbo, I think you need to let Queensland know just to get into him. Oh, good tackle there.
Yeah, one of the managers for the Queensland side, Jason Klimas, would be the type of bloke as well who'd probably like to consider himself a contestant on The Bachelor. I don't know whether he's actually been on it, but he's a very good-looking man, and if you wanted to ask him about it, he'd probably give you 45 minutes to an hour and tell you about it.
Jumbo, while you're on the line, quick injury update on Riley.
Oh, Riley, he's gone, mate. He's, should have let you know a little bit earlier. He's got the shoulder in a sling. Riley Kajewski will not be back this game, which is a big loss, losing one of your back rowers in an origin.
So hit us up on Facebook, folks, if you've got any other information that we can put into the broadcast call. If you've got some info on any of the players, where they've come from behind, or, what they love to get up to behind the scenes, away from the police force, let us know. We'll share that information. Jumbo, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Interacting with the community.
That's right, Pete. We keep it specific probably to rugby league. We don't have too many stories. But, it'd be good to... I'd love to hear where people are actually... streaming in from. In the women's game, we had some people as close as Tweed Heads, and then I think we had one family there tune in from Kalgoorlie, which is interesting. But
I'll get it.
There's a mistake there from the Blues.
Oh, first mistake will go to the Blues, I believe. But yeah, they're tuning in from all over the world.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, Pete? Why wouldn't you? It's a good brand of footy, and it seems to attract a crowd. Coppers bashing Coppers.
Who doesn't want to see that?
It's no cup of tea with a copper, is it? I mean, this is rugby league at its premium.
And they've started really well. Both teams have started well, but there's a kick in it. There's a kick in at 6-4 to New South Wales, and hopefully some more pressure here from Queensland will see some more points.
And earlier in that women's game, Pete, Silky was trying to convince me that the girls weren't out to hurt each other, which I think we put to bed pretty quick after a few solid hits.
Well, I haven't said that comment now.
Yeah, these boys are out to absolutely whack each other. There will be no love lost, and I can tell you what, I've been involved in a few Origin stinks with these Blues boys, and they are not scared to put one on your chin if it's required.
So here they come. Pierce. He's within 2 metres. O'Sullivan switches it out the back door. Carl, they're up quickly. They had to be.
Good defence. Great
Last
defence.
tackle. Will they put one of the in goal, or will it go through the back line? There goes the kick. Dived on by New South Wales, and they come up with the footy 10 metres out from their own line. Now, speaking of a little bit of aggression here, this is exactly what Jumbo called for. There's a bit of a stinking goal.
Boys, I'll be back. I'm just going to head over there and check everything's all right. I'll be back in a minute.
Rightio. Well, we called the state of origin last year? The referees now come into it. You know,
I missed that, Pete.
Restless.
I missed that. I just glanced down. And just a bit of push and shove there.
So Williams is in there for New South Wales, and also the number 3 for Queensland in Williams.
Yeah.
And the 16 in Richard Lauder. But let's go in and have a listen to the referee. So if he sees that again, players will be sitting out, he was just saying. Jumbo.
Yeah, and rightly so. Ben just taking control of the match there and just letting both sides know who's in charge. And ultimately, he's got the whistle and he makes the call. So I think I can see Jumbo jogging back over. Jumbo?
Yeah, boys, just back in my seat. That was a bit of a thrill to head over there and see that. If the referee sees that, I think if we see that again, we're going to get another couple of hundred viewers. I think this is what the fans want to see, a bit of
passion and pride,
bit of strength. It's Origin, it's not just a regular game of rugby league. This is state of Origin. There's no mate versus mate here. This is state versus state, and yeah, if you got to let one of these Blues know that you get it a little bit more, well, maybe you have to, and sometimes that isn't just with a cuddle.
So Johnston's in trouble. Hello, there's a bit of feeling again coming into this one.
We'll see. Referee Watts, as he said, that if it happens again, someone will be sitting on the sideline or at least a penalty. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of this.
Yeah, I think that was the 18, boys. Carter Ozane for Queensland there. He's put a bit of a shot on one of the Blues and they didn't like it. And that's why we got a bit of a melee there. Oh, Carter, he got me once up at Townsville.
Someone's marching.
And I think someone's been given 10 here. He does whack hard. I think that's Carter that's going for 10, so... It's not ideal, but sometimes if the shot's there to be put on, boys, sometimes it's just too tempting and you got to do it.
Spoken like a true forward.
So they're down to 12. And Carter's will come back in around 9.5 minutes as the kick may not go into touch. Here, let's just keep an eye on it. It does. Lovely catch again by Jumbo. I tell you what, you got good hands.
Yeah, I got another one,
today,
boys.
mate.
That's my second catch for the day. Second catch for the day.
Did you hear the
They
cheer,
just keep
Silky?
coming to me.
Oh, they love him down there on the
unbelievable.
sideline.
Usually when Jumbo plays here, he's known for a few knock-ons, mate, but that was a good one.
Hey, boys, there's some feeling in this. You watch this. This next couple of minutes could be absolute fireworks. I just had a quick whisper to Carter there. He's sitting right near me, and he said that was just a legs tackle. He can't believe what's going on there with a sin bin. But, anyway, he's copping it on the chin. He's off, but Queensland is going to have to do it with 12 here for a while.
So you can hear every bump and every hit. Police Rugby League in all its glory. Here's Field trying to dummy his way through. Sees the troops around the park. We know that. Very smart football played for the under-20s of the West Tigers, but Queensland stealing the ball, and they've come up with it here. Silky, 30 out from their own line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the number 22 there for New South Wales, Farkas, he copped a whack there. He ran the ball to the line, and Queensland just stepped up and whacked him, which has then forced an error. So it's good to see the ball back in Queensland's hands.
2 sevens combine. Wellington. What can he do? Takes play. Oh, he's lost it. Well,
not ideal.
Not ideal. Let's go down to the touchline of Jumbo.
Yeah, boys, some big news here. We've got Mick O'Keefe coming off and he's limping. It doesn't look good. Looks like a quad or a knee injury there. So he's, he packs a bit of punch, old Mick, on the right edge there. Going to miss him. And Queensland just turned over some ball here. They don't need this pressure, Pete. They don't need it.
Hey, Jumbo, looks like Cutler's coming on the field for Queensland.
Yeah, he's a good player too. So it's really just a 1-for-1 there. But probably what's got me most excited, boys, Big Dunkley's coming back, the number 8 for Queensland. He is not shy of a man of the match performance, and when he gets out there, I think he's going to rip and tear.
So New South Wales, right on the 10 of Queensland. Peacock gets down low and scores for the Blues. That's a try. Beautiful work. Went for a dig and has come up with a 4-pointer.
Yeah, the New South Wales Blues there have definitely identified a little bit of a weakness down that left edge of Queensland, and they've really exploited it. The tackle made just about 5 metres in from touch, and then the Blues have gone short side and scored what ended up being quite an easy try.
As I come down to Jumbo on the touchline, Jumbo, did you know he's an Irishman, Peacock?
No, unaware that he's an Irishman.
Yeah.
Might be someone I could be looking to have a Guinness with later tonight. Don't mind an ale myself. Hey, I don't know what Jake Carl, he's trying to plead something here with the referee. That's somewhere around a 60-second conversation there. I don't know what the issue was, boys. I don't know if you saw it or not, but he's trying to plead the case on something. But look, Queensland, you can't defend high a metre out from your line and expect to be effective. Boys, you got to wrap that ball up around the legs and drive those players back like that. That was just too easy for New South Wales.
So David Farkas, we've gone from an Irish international representative to an Hungarian international with the kick. From right out on the touchline.
Well, no wonder we're getting coverage across the world.
Oh, they're all tuned into the wee small hours in Europe as well. I'll tell you what, where don't we go? Here's the kick. Can he bring this one back around? He loves to hook the ball from right to left. Let's see if he can do that. He's bringing it back around. It looks good. Straight over the black dot, Jumbo.
Yeah, he's kicked that pretty far as well there. Nice kick by the 22. Obviously, he's a playmaker. So, yeah, good to see him making his stamp on the game. And, that's a great play by Farkas.
Oh, the Hungarian international. He's got it all in his bag of tricks. Silky. Hungarian international, don't we love him?
No, he's done very well there. That's a good kick. But really look for Queensland here to get stirred up by that. They're down to 12. And I'm expecting a big defensive effort here from Queensland.
Yeah, lights are on here. Queensland still down to 12 men, though, for another 3.5 minutes. Let's not forget that. There's the siren in the background. So there'll be another, 3 minutes in the second half. Let's get into the sideline for his thoughts at half-time. Here's Jumbo.
Yeah, boys, where did that half go? Look, honestly, that's a quick 30 minutes. I suppose 30 minutes is 30 minutes, but that was some great rugby league. Some big hits there. I think dominated early there, Queensland, through Dunkley and Scanlon. But, yeah, the edges there in New South Wales, some smart play by Matty Johnson. And then, some issues on the Queensland left edge were exposed by the Blues. So, yeah, they lead into this halftime 12-4. But, look, you don't put a Queenslander to bed, mate. This game is far from over, Pete. Far from over.
Yeah, far from over, Silky. Thoughts of the first 30 minutes?
Well, I agree with Jumbo. Where did that 30 minutes just go? Look, I was mentioning there we still had one in the bin, and then all of a sudden the siren goes. Look, really, really competitive so far. The score, the CrimSafe scoreboard reflects 12-4 in New South Wales' favour, but the effort so far has been amazing. The defence has been fantastic. The attack has been constructive and well directed, I think, and there's just both teams are playing really hard, strong footy.
Well, this is a great thing about live sports streaming. Jumbo's got the wireless microphone. He's heading over into the Queensland huddle. Mate, what do you think? What can you hear from the huddle?
Well, boys, I can't speak too loudly because I don't want to take away from Coach Patterson.
Yeah.
But look, there's just one thing that's really standing out to me. There's an exercise bike on the field, and
what's that for?
I don't know.
Keith hasn't done enough work.
If one of the managers had brought that out in my playing days and said, "Hey, jump on that and give us a couple of clicks," I probably would have looked in the other direction and possibly considered changing teams.
There was a bloke here with a camera too.
Yeah,
is he authorised?
Well, I just don't think I think that bloke's done enough. I don't think he needs to rip a couple of Ks in here on a time trial. Yeah, I mean, I know it's Tour de France time and all, but yeah.
And Wimbledon.
Yeah, but yeah, look, just Patterson there. He's just telling him to hold the ball in field position, and I just think he's right. I wouldn't be confusing things. I wouldn't be trying to play anything fancier than what they're doing, and just through the middle. And I think this will open up. And well, I think it could just be a game for Queenslanders. We love coming from behind. 12-4, Pete.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, mate, I'm loving this live streaming action. We do a lot of live streams, but we've never had that interaction in the huddle at half time. So, mate, I think we'll get you back next week for the QRL.
Thanks, Pete. Actually, I just got told to shut up. So, yeah, I'll just cut it here now.
All right.
And I'll be back with you just after the break. But, yeah, actually, I'm getting escorted out of the huddle.
All right, then. Well, we don't want you to see you get locked up. So, here it is here for you. Hey, Silky, before we go to the break, Mike O'Keefe, he's on that treadmill. He's getting a bit of feeling in those legs.
Yeah, I'm just not wondering if he might have picked up a cork or something he might be trying to work out, or I don't know. He's done it. He's done a bit of work, so there's no reason why he should be feeling like he needs to put more Ks in the legs. I wouldn't think, Peter, but
yeah.
No, he's definitely trying, and like you said, it's Tour de France.
It is.
So
it's all on.
Maybe he's thinking if he can't get an Australian jersey, he might be going to the Tour.
Well, it's it's the winter of sports here, but it's the summer of sports over there.
Exactly.
So it's rugby league's plethora of dreams, isn't it? Jumbo, you're still down on the sideline.
No, they've just moved me off the field. Obviously, the pass I had around the neck isn't legitimate, and isn't working for on-field access. So.
As long as you still got your drinks package.
Yeah, I'll just go back to my seat. That's where the drinks are on the table.
That thing that you got around your head, that's your pass, isn't it?
No, that's his ugly face.
Yeah, no. That's enough out of you two, boy.
So you got in the front gate, but now you're being escorted from the field.
No, I just told him I was with the committee, and that got me through the front gate.
Right.
But yeah, the drinks package, I hope, going on the field doesn't affect that in the second half. But, boys, it's been good. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous.
12-4.
This is going to be a hard-fought second half, but never count a Queenslander out of a contest.
No, and I think this year too, with obviously the Jack Beasley Foundation, the Queenslanders have gotten around it, and the Jack Beasley Foundation are right on board with us. I really expect the boys will dig deep. And for those that don't know, that might have tuned in a bit late, the Jack Beasley Foundation was created to raise awareness for the presence of knife crimes in your safe night precincts. Jack was unfortunately and very sadly stabbed to death in 2019 while out with some friends at Surfers Paradise, and his parents, Brett and Belinda, campaigned from 2019 to get a bill passed that they wanted introduced, which has been passed in May 2023, called Jack's Law, and it is such a amazing and probably unfortunately too late law in hindsight that's just making our kids when they go out at night safer, Peter. And being a parent myself, and I said earlier, having your kids go out at night and knowing that there's men and women in blue out there in these safe night precincts, making sure that other I have to be careful with my words, idiots aren't carrying knives. It's just very reassuring and makes it a little bit easier to get to sleep at night. So that's what I think Queensland will be coming out to play for. All they need to do is look down the front of their jerseys. They'll see Jack's face there, and I think it'll help them lift, and we might see a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, indeed. And while I've got you both here, there's a huge recruitment drive on at the moment, isn't there, for the Queensland Police and all over Australia? There's a lot of initiatives to come up here.
Yeah, Pete, with unemployment so low, obviously recruiting's become an issue for the police, and we need some bums on seats, and I think we're not making any secret of it. We're looking all around the state and for current serving police and from anywhere, and also overseas as well. So
yeah, wow.
I mean, as a serving police officer, the more feet we have on the beat, the better, and the safer it is for us. And so it is. is an enjoyable job. We do it. It's different every day, and it has its times that you probably wish you were doing something else. But at the end of the day, you won't find a role that has camaraderie and teamship like being a police officer. And probably why we're here today for Police Rugby League, it's probably the engine room of that camaraderie. I think there's been a lot of police that are retired or still serving that have been a part of Police Rugby League in their time, and it creates a mateship and bond that is hard to break, and that's why we've seen such a big crowd here today supporting these games, and also people just catching up with their mates for a bit of fellowship.
Yeah, exactly. And, we've got a big audience right now, Jumbo. There's a lot of young fellas, they might be high school age or whatever, thinking, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind going into the Police Rugby League, for the Queensland Police Force. What would your advice be? Give it a go?
Oh, look, I think life experience is important too. So, sometimes it's not for everyone to join straight out of school. I think a bit of maturity is always important, and getting some of those things you've always wanted to do in life out of the way as well, with a bit of travel and such. But, yeah, look, it's a rewarding career. It is different every day, and there's so many careers within the career. That's probably the big one. Whether you want to work from scenes of crime to investigations through to walking the beat.
I can take pictures.
Yeah, well, look,
there's scenes of crime.
Plenty.
There you go. Yep, scenes of crime. And
plenty of work for our.
There's literally a spot for everyone.
No, it's a good job, Pete. It's a good job, and if you're just thinking of making your commentary a second sideline gig and you want to get into some real stuff, you can come out to Warwick with Silky and I, and we'll show you what
it's all about.
What it's all about, yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Might take you up on that offer. I was out a few weeks ago, actually, with the Catherine Police Force up in the Northern Territory.
Right, out at Warwick?
No, up at...
you went north?
In the Northern Territory, yeah, and seeing what those guys do week in, week out.
Hey, come down around Warwick Way. There's Stanthorpe just south of us, beautiful wineries, cheeses, if that's your thing, cheeses and fireplace. Yeah. Wintertime is magical down that way.
Warwick.
Absolutely magical.
There you go. A few good footballers have come out of Warwick.
No, none in the commentary team, unfortunately.
Probably we like to hang our hat on some of the coaches we've produced out there as well, with Wayne Bennett. He's our resident pin-up, granddad these days, not man, granddad. But there are some good footballers from Warwick, and we beat them pretty tough up there. But hey, boys, I just wanted to make mention. This is something we gloss over at times, but these players have been in camp for the week. We've got a committee here that organised the day. We got the women's team, the men's team, but we need to just shout out to the families and friends that make it possible for us to come away and be a part of these carnivals. It's not easy organising kids and responsibilities and life at home when we're away. So just shout out to the partners of the players and the people involved in organising, and just those that have just come down for some fellowship. But, thank you to our families, and thank you to our extended families who support us and make it happen.
Yeah, exactly right. Where would we be without the support, behind the scenes in rugby league and in any job as well? And mate, Silky, you're back on the road tomorrow morning. What time you start tomorrow? Not 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll kick off at 6. I think Jumbo and I'll thereabouts, and start making magic happen back home, solve crime. So, like Jumbo touched on, all of our supporters as well, and sponsors to make this day happen is it makes it an absolutely special day and a very memorable day as well. So,
and don't forget, folks, this is the first day of 3 fabulous days of action-packed rugby league, Australian Police Rugby League Tri-Series. Proudly hosted, of course, this year by the Queensland Police Rugby League Association. And, when this carnival finishes in a few days' time, we've got a big international scene at the back end of the year, haven't we? And I also understand that the New South Wales guys, they're heading overseas themselves towards Christmas, Jumbo.
Yeah, I do hear that. They're England taking on the UK boys in a few matches. I've seen some social media stuff around that, and good on them for organising it. It'll take a lot of work, but geez, what a trip! And gee, Pete, wouldn't it be good if they had to take a couple of live streamers with them and a few commentators just to get the message back home to the families?
Well, You never know these days, do you, Silky?
Oh, I don't know if I could say no to a trip like that.
Have you got enough annual leave to come?
Oh, look, I'll just approach my boss and just beg and plead and borrow.
Yeah.
And if I don't have enough annual leave, we might be able to tee up some sporting leave or something, Jumbo.
Yeah, well,
I'm a big fan of that.
I'm up for a trip. I'll go to the opening of a letter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty social sort of guy.
Well, we can keep the cost down. We don't need 3 cameras. We can just do it with 1 or 2, a few mics, and off we go.
Exactly right. No, I think it's an absolute cracker. We should definitely
I think we should put it out on Facebook, boys. What do you reckon?
Yeah, vote.
Do you want
yes, and absolutely
the Queensland Police Force, the commentary team, to go overseas to commentate?
The Blues. Commentate the Blues, yeah. We will we'll actually support them for once.
Yep.
But, yeah. Hey, boys, we're back on here, and I just want to make mention, this is not just any old game of footy. This is State of Origin, and this is Police State of Origin. So, boys, this could be a cracker of a second half. There's going to be some real feeling in this, I reckon.
So, New South Wales here, looking for a penalty. And just letting you know, our survey has been done and taken. 17 people have said, why not? Book the tickets now.
Yep.
So we've got 17
good on them. That's all we need.
Viewers, Jumbo.
There's probably 3 people in our lives that'll all probably be voting against that. But anyhow.
So New South Wales up by 12 points to 4 on the CrimSafe scoreboard. Look at this. They're looking around at opportunities at every time they cark it forward. So we're right on the halfway line now. Look for the clearing kick. Here it comes. They're going to go high to the air. Torpedo kick. Now the ball is going to go back downfield. They've got good field territory here, Queensland. Taken down here right on the 20 on tackle number 1. So 12-4 in favour of New South Wales. Anyone's game of footy. And don't forget, folks, we've also got the Queensland under-19s tonight. So it's a big day of State of Origin Rugby League right here in Queensland.
Maroon's doing a good job of trucking this ball out of their own half, just grinding away at the game.
So they come from all over the state, playing together as one. Last tackle now. The fullback's deep. Up it goes high. So this ball looks like it's going to bounce. Who for? Favourably, though, for New South Wales in Johns.
Jake Carl's kicking game's just been a little bit off today, which is unfortunate. Usually he's a brilliant kicker of the footy and has it on a string.
Let's get into the touchline. Jumbo, penalty to the Blues.
Yeah, boys, so I've played in a couple of these Origins, and there's a lot of feeling in them. But I tell you what I'd be doing here if I'm Queensland. I would be working out who's the biggest threat in this Blues side, and I'd be getting in his face and annoying the absolute shit out of him. You can't let teams dominate and put pressure on you. And I think there I'd probably be targeting the 9 for the Blues there, and I'd be getting right under his skin, and he would probably be sick of me in the next 5 minutes. That's if I could catch him.
So, mate, when you're talking about the number 9, that's everybody's sweetheart from the Rookie Show.
Well, yes.
Johnston.
No wonder you got your eye on him.
See, the Blues have made a mistake here, and I'd be letting him know. So that's the sort of thing I'd be in his ear here. I'd be reminding him of the opportunity he's just let go with his team, and then I'd obviously try and back it up with a bit of a run here to take some pressure off. But I'd also probably have my head covered too, because he'd probably be after me.
Yeah, I'd say you'd have a bit of a TV following too, wouldn't he, Silky? Number 9, Johnston. That's what usually happens.
I reckon he could do, but again, I thought he might have snuck his nose through there. I'd still be very disappointed if the New South Wales team weren't giving it to him in camp. They'd have to be.
Well, boys, they run so many police shows on TV that are New South Wales based. Probably half this squad are professional
you reckon
actors and actresses, across these. Well, the RBT and all these investigation shows and everything. It seems like crime only happens in drink drivers in New South Wales, because I haven't seen too many in Queensland.
So this is where we are, 40 metres out. The players, just for the record, they have been breathalyzed before the game today, so everything is going well. Queensland, they've got to get themselves back into this, though. Down by 8 points. There goes that kick in towards the end goal. Chasers are coming through. They're going to be trapped in goal and thrown over the sideline. we're going to have a goal line dropout. Let's go to the touchline. Jumbo, what's happening?
Yeah, boys, so Queensland made a change here. So we've slipped into hooker number 14, Angelo Chavas here. He's got an Australian jersey, so he knows how to play rugby league. And you would have seen right there, he's put his mark on the game. He's quite nippy. I would like to say I think he'd beat Damien Cook in a beach sprint if it was required. He's got some wheels on him, so yeah, watch for him around some of these tired Blues. And like we said earlier, this is a big Blues forward pack, and a nippy bloke like Angelo is going to probably cause him a few dramas, I think.
Look at the run off the back fence.
Just threw himself at the line.
15-metre gain. Here's Dunkley now. So a chance now for the Queenslanders. Given back away to Carl. He offloads the ball. Here's Moncton. Hargreaves switches it. Carl offloads it. Dunkley distributes it. Tap back, play on. Carl, dummy, throwing it, Willie. Taken down, did well there. Right on the 10. Cuvis striking. Offload. That ball's gone to a blue, and they've come up with it here. 5 out from their own line.
Yeah, unfortunate there from Cuvis. He was. I think he was trying to effect an offload.
Well, he's been ragdolled, Silky. He's been ragdolled. He got absolutely thrown around. You've got to hold on to that ball. You're 3 metres from your try line, boys. You can't have ball security like that.
And New South Wales, well, they were right on the spot to come back away with it. So that's where they are, the Blues, coming off their own 30. With their prop forward now in Shrouder, plays for the Cronulla Sharks under 20s.
Go the Sharks.
Sharkies on display today for the New South Wales Police Force. So look for the kick again inside the 40. This one's a lower one off the boot of field. Well, he was looking for a 40-20, but it's gone straight down to the winger of Queensland, and he's bringing it back.
Well covered there by Squires. He read that brilliantly.
Yeah. The Mount Isa Mongrels, of course. Played a lot of lower grade footy with the Eastern Suburbs Tigers and out west with the Shearers as well. So there you go. They come from far and wide, as you'd expect. We see now Hilsinger. Senior Constable from out at Gooden away.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, an error there by Queensland, boys. It's not ideal.
So the Blues have got it again. So that's where we are. Our pictures tell the story. Right on the halfway line, folks. Here's Patterson. Boy from the Wyong-Roos. In the New South Wales Cup competition for the New South Wales Rugby League. Here's Blinko. He can put the foot to the accelerator. He offloaded it, didn't he? Let's have a look at this. It was a great push and charge, wasn't it? From the middle of the field.
Yeah, the big man definitely made an impact there.
And then all of a sudden, it was onto the right-hand side. Johnston offloaded it. Field got it away. Blinko offloaded it. And Peter Pekocky gets over for the Blue.
Yeah, and again, that left edge of Queensland being exposed a little bit there. I think New South Wales think they might have sniffed something out there. And, yeah, a couple of missed tackles definitely didn't help. But
the boy from the West Tigers, Jumbo, gets the try.
Yeah, that was a smart piece of rugby league there, boys. It was a pretty sloppy and slow play of the ball, but then they've just shifted it right through Matty Johnson, and yeah, he's just found his mark there and just players in motion heading forward, and they've made that look pretty easy there. And Queensland are going to have some work ahead of them here. The momentum is definitely with the Blues, and I just don't know whether the Queensland bench is packing any surprises that haven't come out there yet.
I think the issue too with the Queensland bench is we're carrying a few injuries at the moment as well, which definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, well, Coach Patterson, he's coached a lot of rugby league in his life. He wouldn't be panicking. There's still plenty of time to go. But yeah, look, I just think these boys have got to just tuck it and truck it for a bit and grind it out and just get some field possession, Silky. What do you think?
Yeah, mate, I 100% agree. Need to build. Every play doesn't need to be a scoring play. Tuck it and truck it. Field possession on the back of a good kick. Followed up by some good defence. And end of the day, you win the field possession. You start putting on pressure. And I'll just repeat myself. I say pressure breeds points, and that's what happens. So I think they just need to go back to basics. Tuck it, truck it. Maybe an early kick. Defend well. Go again. Rinse and repeat.
So we're back underway. What have we got? Just over 19 minutes remaining in the match. And the Blues off their back fence leading by 18 points to 4.
Hey, boys, I know the scoreboard's not ideal at 18-4, but I've just had a cheese platter delivered to me down here. I don't know what you've got up there in the box, but I must say, this hospitality at the Burleigh Bears Leagues Club is unbelievable. I've never, ever received a cheese platter whilst doing sideline commentary.
But we've got the cheesecake up here in the commentary box, Silky. You like the lime?
It is good.
Good, isn't it?
It is good. And we've just had to switch the aircon off and switch it over, reverse cycle over a bit of heating. Yeah, just to warm us up a bit, Jumbo. It's quite nice up here.
Is it pretty cold on the sideline, Jumbo?
Nah, boys, it's pretty good down here. So we've got the drinks package and the cheese platter, plus a sideline seat. So, I mean, you can keep your ivory tower up there and your lime cheesecake or whatever it is you pair a tucking into, but I wouldn't swap this seat for anything down here.
Okay, keep it nice and warm because New South Wales. Here we go, Queensland. They pick the football up and they're downtown.
Go, son! Go, son!
The Olympics are in 2032, but they've come 10 years earlier. Queensland under the black dot. Is that the revival touchline, Jumbo?
Alex Williams.
That's what we're looking for, boys. I was halfway into the Camembert, and then I look up and we're at the 40, the 30, the 20. That is a great try by Queensland, and that's the sort of enthusiasm we're going to need to get ourselves through this last 17 minutes and try and take this origin away from the Blues.
Oh, Alex Williams' speed to burn down the touchline, Silky.
Shows a good turn of foot there. That pick up at his shoelaces and then just bang, he just hits the accelerator and doesn't take long to get to top gear and he's away. There's a diving effort there at the end by one of the Blues just to try and take his bootlaces, but at the end of the day, Williamson, too quick, too good.
Yeah, he had some motor, boys. He's got some fair tree trunks there for legs. And just next to us down here, there's a couple of the selectors, and I've just seen them, the ink and the pen, and a few notes there for the Queensland 3, Alex Williams. That was a great show of speed, and puts his team back in it, and no doubt I think Jake Carl will add the 2, boys. He loves converting 4 into 6.
What a run. Of course, he played a lot of footy, Williams, with the Pine River Bears. Also for the Wide Bay Whales as well. And senior constable too. So here's the kick from right in front. Game on. If the conversion's successful, it's a ripper. Let's get into the touchline. Game on, Jumbo.
Yeah, boys, that's right. She's on. Look, I think the interchanges is going to be the secret here for Queensland. We get some fresh legs out there, a bit more mongrel. I'd be getting stuck into those halves of the Blues and starting to niggle them and remind them that we're coming for them. And there might be a few nerves.
What do you want to see, Silky, from the Maroons?
I think if they can just continue their strong defence and maybe just get rid of those unforced errors, picking the ball up out of half, little knock-ons, that sort of thing. It's just that's what's killing us at the moment. And as I glance up at the Crimsafe scoreboard, just a score check for everyone. We got an 18-10 to New South Wales at the moment. I think Queensland just, if they can keep in the game, keep running strong, keep defending strong, and just get rid of those unforced errors, I think we're in for a grandstand finish.
Yeah, big thanks to the fans all over Australia, from Tweed Heads down the road to Wollongong, all the way through to Melbourne, tuning into this coverage. Ooh. Day 1 of the championships, and what a day it's been. The Australian Police Rugby League Tri-Series live from the Gold Coast. The Maroons looking to switch it here again, but this time, good tackle over the top 3 there. But hello, let's get into the touchline, Jumbo. Queensland got a penalty.
Yeah, very, very timely too. Just a bit ill-discipline there from the Blues. They've gone high, and the Queenslanders have been rewarded. I think the player's okay, so yeah, we'll put this into touch and try and build this pressure and try and make a bit of amends on this scoreboard.
Good kick for touch, Silky. Found the line, 10 metres inside New South Wales territory.
Yeah, and here we go again. The boys are going to be trucking it up the middle. Bit of field position.
So the light's taking effect here. Queensland just over 13 minutes remaining in the match. What is their play? Here's Dunkley, offloaded it. Well, what can't he do? The big number 8. Sergeant Dunkley.
Might have just needed to hold that ball then, Dunkley, I think. Just take the tackle.
That's the 30. They work the right. Carl takes play down. inside the red zone of New South Wales. Good short ball off the hip. They're getting closer. It's the 5th. It's the last. What are they going to dish up? Here's Carl. Attacks. Good ball. They're going to get down low. And I think they've scored in the corner.
Beauty, boys.
Incredible.
Beauty.
We're over. That's pressure.
That Blackman over in the corner.
That is, Pete, that is a nice movement of the ball there. Like, I thought we was going to tuck it and truck it back towards the post, but they've just shot left there and gone all the way out to the winger. And the debutant...
Blackman, was it? Number 22?
The debutant Blackman. Yep. He has got himself an origin try.
Well, Jarwin Blackman from Caboolture, from the Nambour Crushers, goes all the way. And we've got a game of rugby league with 13 minutes remaining.
And he's unlucky not to have 2 tries, Blackman, Pete. He had that one disallowed in the corner there right at the early stages of the game. So, look, he obviously knows how to finish a play. And, geez, I hope he gets a treble.
Well, he certainly got the time, 18-14. The kick from right out on the touchline.
Important kick this from Cole. If he can slot this, it'll really swing that pressure back on the Blues and really lift the Maroons, I think.
Pete, we had a game earlier in the year. It was a charity match for the fallen police, Matty Arnold and Rachel McCrow, which was a fantastic day in February down at Redcliffe. And Jake Carl, who's probably going to kick this goal, hopefully played in that game and had an absolutely outstanding game, which was a magic day down there. We had, the police family came out. We had some fantastic bands. We had Busby Maru, Brad Cox involved in a concert afterwards, and it was just a real show of what rugby league can bring out of the community, but also what the police family can put together for when we're hurting, when we lose some of our fallen comrades.
Well, it's certainly game on here, folks. Just over 11 minutes remaining, and there's only 2 points separating Queensland and New South Wales. Queensland, as they approach the 40-metre line here, they're just trying to wear New South Wales down through the middle. Good, strong run towards the 30. Here he goes again from dummy half. They're inching their way closer with every run to the halfway. Couple more left after this. So they've come 50 metres in this set of 6. Last play now for Queensland. Up it goes. This ball's going to bounce. Who for? Comes back for Queensland. Play on. There's a chance. Oh, they've come from everywhere, New South Wales. Now they've put it on the toe. Well, that ball was as high as it gets as we get into the touchline. A jumbo.
Yeah, well, geez, look, isn't this a momentum swing? Queensland really sticking it to them now. Unlucky there that Carter Ozone caught that loose ball there after the bounce, and he's gone to the right edge, but unlucky for the Queenslanders. We weren't able to convert that into points, but give the Blues some credit. That was good scramble defence, and they're now looking for some quick play the ball, and they're going to march back up down the field.
Oh, good shot.
Whack.
Around the legs. They're on Johns. Boy from the Penrith Panthers.
Oh, geez, good set this from New South Wales.
Last try scorer for the Blues has got it. Peter Patoki from the West Tigers. Lock forward in Ashcroft. He's from the Canterbury Bulldogs. In the under-20s program. Knows what it's about to hang on to the ball in big pressure. Rugby league situations. It's the 5th and it's the last tackle. They want the ball to go to the right. That's the way they come. Look for the kick. Will it make in goal? There's a lost ball at the back, I think. Or did the ball? Yes, I think there's a knock on. Knock on at the back, Jumbo.
Yeah, no, ref's called a knock on there, so this is going to create a bit of unnecessary pressure if you're a Queenslander.
Ah, Silky, they're going to get the ball back, the Blues.
Oh, mate, I think just that defensive set from Queensland wasn't on point. New South Wales made far too many metres up the middle. And again, went to their right or Queensland's left edge, just looking to try and poke their nose through again. But an uncharacteristic mistake there by Blackman, but expect him to bounce back.
Well, they barged from dummy half from the scrum and they've gone all the way again.
Got to eat my words.
There you go. Well, that looked too easy. And New South Wales, well, that's exactly what they do. They make you pay in these sorts of situations. Well, that all came from the scrum, folks. A beautiful pass, wasn't it? And going over was Callum Blinko from the Central Coast.
And even if you look at before that scrum there, Peter, there was a couple of play the balls where Queensland just didn't have markers, which allowed New South Wales just to run out of half and really dominate field position, which leads to exactly what we've just seen, a try in the corner.
Yeah, boys, that's disappointing for the Maroons. That they've done all the hard work, and you're 2 points down, and you get taken up on a short edge there, and they've paid the ultimate cost there of a 4-pointer with possibly 2 to come. You only got 8 minutes left. I mean, this is Origin. I know these Queenslanders care about this, and they're doing everything to win, but sometimes the energy in the legs can run out, and that's a bit of lapse in concentration there by the Maroons, and have ultimately paid the price, which is, like I said, gents, not ideal.
So the kick from the sideline, and they're not in any real rush, are they? The Blues to knock this one potentially over.
Pete, that try was actually pretty bad timing. The lady just came and collected the cheese platter.
You want another one?
Yeah, no, I've polished that off. It's done and dusted. But
right.
I just checked with her if they had any bottles of Moe in the Leagues Club, and she said they did.
Yep.
I didn't want to put the cart before the horse and celebrate too early. We were down by 2, but since we've copped this try here, I'll probably just get her to hold off on the Moe just for now, unless we can see a Queensland comeback with, what do we got, boys? 7 minutes to go. How you boys going up there? You enjoying your lattes?
Oh, mate.
Silky loves his lattes. I think we've had 3 already this half, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, I've lost count.
So just to let everybody know, 3 days of action-packed rugby league coming your way, folks. We'll be back here same time tomorrow from 2 o'clock, and then again on Saturday. Of course, this is the Australian Police Rugby League Tri-Series live from the Gold Coast. Congratulations to everybody involved putting together a spectacular program over the next 3 days.
Pete, just say, Silky, we're just a 1-day pass, actually. We couldn't get the 3-day pass to help you out, unfortunately. So it's just going to be today, unless we can renegotiate the contract this evening, and that's not with the Police Rugby League, that's with our partners. There may be a change to the scheduling, but yeah, at this stage you're going to have to run day 2 and 3 out on your own. But it's been an absolute pleasure today, mate. We had a ball calling the women's game, and we've had a ball here with the men's Origin, and we just want to thank you, mate, for giving your time. It's easy for us. We're here, doing something we love with our mates, but for you to give your own time and come here and help us call, Pete, we really appreciate it, and we hope maybe this is the start of your connection with Police Rugby League for a long time. Yeah, no, mate, I've enjoyed it. I really have. I mean, called it now for, a couple of years down in New South Wales with NRL.com and New South Wales Police, and now up here with you guys. And, mate, this is what it's all about, the coppers on the field, whether they're detectives or sergeants or first-timers. They just love the passion for rugby league and what they do, and that's why we're all here, isn't it? We just love our footy. Yeah, well, you let us know, mate, if you want us to come down. There's 3 nights a year we don't like New South Wales. But other than that, the rest of the days of the year we're probably willing to travel and come and see what the Blues estate's got to offer. And what about this stadium as well? Of course, we're home here at the Burleigh Bears in the Queensland Rugby League, and haven't we seen some great coaches over the years at the Burleigh Bears, like Rick Stone, of course, who no longer is the coach, but did wonders while he was here in the Queensland Rugby League. So a lot of great history on these hallowed grounds here in Burleigh. And to have the championships here in 23 is just fantastic for Police Rugby League and the support they get from all of their sponsors. And, let's not forget the sponsors, of course, as well, boys.
Yeah,
what have we got? We got Strutties.
That's right, Strutties, yeah. Yep. Shackers Lawyers, CrimSafe. You got Police Health, the QPU and the QBank as well on board to make this day happen, which is, without them, like we said earlier, without these sponsors, today simply doesn't happen.
Hey, boys, which sponsor's picking up the tab for that cheese platter and the drinks package down here on the sideline. I just
bank?
want to get that awkward question out of the way.
It could be the Q Bank.
Yeah, right.
It's
okay.
an interest-free loan.
Yeah. All right. No worries. I just wanted to let them know. I just didn't want to have that awkward conversation just before I leave. That was all.
Mate, if Q Bank doesn't take it up, you're probably going to have a chat with Hesse. He'd probably fix it up for you.
Yeah, copy that. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, I don't want, like I said, don't want the awkward conversation, but I'm probably not done. Another 4 minutes to go, and the lady just handed me the dinner menus out.
How much does he have on the company credit card?
Oh, no, it's been taken off him, actually. He's been end dated. He went all out at the buffet, and then he went into, he got out of control, so they had to take it off him.
So Queensland here, looking to cross the white stripe. Look at this defence by New South Wales.
There's time, boys. We've got 3 minutes. There's time.
There is time, and there's also time for you to finish off your moat. Right in that corner. It's very dark over there, isn't it? Queensland. They dig from dummy half, and I think they're going to claim it and get it. Yes. Well, there you go. Burrow in the dark. No one can see when they come up with a try. Well, three-quarter,
strong run
wasn't
there
it?
from Williamson in the corner.
Yeah, Pete, that's smart. That's smart rugby league. I mean, no one really cares where you get them from, but you just got to get that a ball over the white stripe, and Queensland will take any 4-pointer on offer.
Gets it.
Yeah. Your caviar might be back on the list now, Jumbo.
Yeah, well, maybe it is time to just double-check on that, Moe, and make sure that the Blues haven't ordered it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's 24-20. There's still 2.5 minutes remaining. This takes me back to the 1994, wasn't it? State of Origin at the Sydney Football Stadium.
The miracle.
The miracle try. Meninga, the coin. Anything can happen. So what do we got? 4 minutes. No, 2.5 minutes, and it's a 4-point ball game. You just never know. Whilst there's life, there's hope.
You're right, Pete. And look, the atmosphere down here on the sideline is, I would say there's a camp to the left of me in blue that are very, very nervous. And the energy coming out of this Queensland bench is electric.
Yeah.
So they are a big chance of stealing this in the last 2 minutes, the Queenslanders.
So don't go anywhere. Let us know where you're tuning into the last 2.5 minutes. Anything is likely in the game of rugby league, and it's all about the start here right now. Queensland, that's where they are. Taken down here right inside their own 20. Grinding their way through the middle. New South Wales are a little bit short here on the commentary side as Queensland again look to exploit the gap.
Good offload.
Bit of razzle, bit of dazzle.
Dazzle, razzle.
Razzle, dazzle, bit of colour, bit of flair, bit of energy, bit of offloading, bit of good tackling too from the Blues over the top. The big prop lined him up and went crunch. Who was that? Schroeder. Taken down here just short of the halfway line. Let's keep an eye on the clock. 50 seconds though. So Queensland have got 50 seconds to go 50 metres.
Hey, Pete, I'm calling that penalty here.
Oh, that happened right in front of you, Jumbo. Was that the right decision?
Well, I mean, you play with fire. You want to wrestle with a bloke with a minute to go in the tackle. That is a very risky play. I mean, look, certainly not deliberate, but that is costly. Queensland probably not going to get the ball back here, and that could be the ball game, Pete. Silky?
Well, that happened right in front of the referee, and Ben Watts had a good game, our man with the whistle. And I think he's just unhappy with himself there, Dunkley.
Yeah, he's had an absolute brilliant game, Dunkley. He's been involved in absolutely everything when he's been on the field. And we just see another penalty here. What was that one for,
Now,
Jimbo?
boys, I think that was the referee heard me. I just gave him a few words of dissent there, and I think that penalty might be mine. I feel bad about that. I really should have just shut my mouth there. That wasn't ideal for the Queenslanders.
Hey, Jumbo,
I've done a Reece Walsh.
While we've got you on the sideline, let's let everybody know what's happening tomorrow. So at 2 o'clock tomorrow, we've got the women's again. We've got New South Wales up against the United States.
Look, just before we do that, Pete, congratulations to the Blues there. That's a hard-earned victory. It's quite shattering if you're a Queenslander because any game you're losing by 4 points, you'll be thinking about a lot of what-ifs. But congratulations to the Blues there. They did deserve that. They probably kept themselves in the grind a little bit longer than the Queenslanders did, and they're a little bit more consistent. But just quickly, on tomorrow's games, Pete, it is an action-packed day. We have the games with the affiliated states. They've got the men's and women's side. well rested after today off. They will take on the Blues in the men's and women's. And I believe that we got the same times again. We got a 2 p.m. kickoff for the women and a 4 p.m. kickoff for the men, and that'll be New South Wales taking on the affiliated states. And,
of course, on Saturday, we look forward to the final day. We've got Queensland back in action.
Yeah, Pete, you've got 2 Queensland teams that'll be... they won't take these losses easy. They'll be upset, but they'll regroup. They might have a couple of beverages this evening just to ice down the legs, possibly. But, they'll rest up and they'll refire, and they'll be looking to really stick it to the affiliated states team. Well, then we'll have to play after playing tomorrow being Friday. So, it'll be 2 great days of rugby league. And, again, we spoke about it in both of the coverages. They're playing for Australian jerseys here. You know, this is just not a run-of-the-mill carnival. Like, there's some green and gold on offer, and they're talking about taking on the Poms next year and possibly the Kiwis. So, you know, if I'm one of these men or women, I'm giving my all right to the end, because you'd love to feel the comfort of that green and gold and get out there and get amongst the highest level of police rugby league.
Exactly. All right, then. Well, we're getting the wind-up, fellas.
We've been seeing ourselves.
Our floor manager's giving the police the wind-up. Now, that's a very brave floor manager.
No. Well, it is, boys. So I'll thank you for today. It's been great. I've just extended the drinks package, so I'm going to head into the Leagues Club, and I might catch you
Mate, I'll be down there. I'll be down there. Just hold me one there, would you?
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Silky. That's been a fun afternoon, and again, we thank you for your time, boys, and thanks to the players and everyone that's organised today. What an absolute cracker of an afternoon.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, Silky.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
We'll be back tomorrow, folks, live from 2 o'clock. Same place as today. We'll see you then.